Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 5. In between parts, I went ahead and farmed some P chips, so we have 160 now, and that means that we have enough for the energy balancer. I didn't want to do a whole lot of farming off screen, so I didn't get enough for the other things I wanted, the Mega Arm modifier thing, the upgrades. So I'll probably do that at a later date. But for now, I'm satisfied with the energy balancer. And when we last left off, we defeated Venus as well as Dark Moon, the mini boss of the mid-game mini boss thing. And as I said before, we have a choice of 4 new star droid robot masters: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto. We're going to be going after Jupiter first. Hooray. Jupiter's stage isn't that bad. One of the things that does take getting used to is when you're in these outdoor areas like this, there is low gravity, and that affects your jumps and whatnot. And one thing that I should be doing is charging up, because a lot of these things are hard to dodge, at least from what I've seen, so I want to get them dispatched as quickly as possible. Especially these magnet things. Those projectiles that they just shoot them downward, but if they hit the ground, they'll turn into like a power wave thing and end up heading along the ground. And you really have to get used to the gravity change, and they'll just keep going back and forward after you just doing that. As you can see. So much so that they'll even spawn back at the side of the screen and start doing it all over again, and that's annoying. When I was first playing this game, those dudes just stand there and shoot sparks at you were really annoying as well, and took me quite a bit of doing to get used to the controls. Using Bubble Bomb is a good strategy for some of these enemies, so they don't just go out and attack you, because they are for the most part at the top of the screen. But Bubble Bomb is also Jupiter's weakness, so I want to not use it all before we get to him. There's also a, oh, I hate these guys, too. Knowing my luck, we'll probably start at the beginning. Yes. The game does get a little harder from here on out. I'm not gonna lie. Also, there is something that we'll be seeing a little bit later on, but each of these last 4 stages has a special crystal in it. And once you get all 4 of these crystals, you'll be able to get a special item for free from Dr. Light. But we do need like other Robot Master weapons in order to get all of these crystals. So I'm pretty much going to be holding off on actually getting the crystals until after we actually defeat the Robot Masters. But before we go on to the last section of the game. So once we beat all 4 Robot Masters, I'll basically go back to the points where they're at and show you where they are, and that'll be fun if we don't die. Okay. Oh. All right. They stay there for a few seconds. I don't know why I thought they would just go away. I was incorrect in that assumption. Okay, these guys are also evil. They seem to take care of it fairly well. It also seems to have a lot of ammo, the Bubble Bomb does. At least in this version of the game. Because I remember it having a lot of these weapons having significantly less ammo for some reason in the Japanese version. But knowing me, I'm probably remembering that wrong. May as well get that energy tank piece. Oh, more bees. This is just what I wanted. I lied. Oh, and more outdoor levels, or outside in space parts. One thing that's been crossing my mind as of late is games that I really want to LP in the future. Not counting, Climax Heroes and Deadly Premonition. Of course, I want to be able to get around to doing them, but like a lazy ass, I haven't been seeing what's up with the Dazzle. So, there you go. That's something that Climax Heroes, even if I do get that back up and running again, it's still going to take a good while to complete it. One thing but even if I don't get around to that, I still want to have some sort of placeholder for that once I'm done with Mega Man 5, and we're already halfway through the game right now. So one of the things I've been thinking of playing was Dragon Warrior. I know that I'm already doing an RPG because I got Baldur's Gate up and running, but the way I see it, while Baldur's Gate and Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest if you want to call it that, while they are both RPGs, they are really different types of RPGs. Baldur's Gate is a Western-style Dungeons and Dragons based RPG, and Dragon Warrior is a JRPG. So, I think it'd be kind of neat to have both of those, like, two RPGs going, but being radically different from each other. So I think that might be a neat thing to do. I have been thinking a bit about doing some of the Sonic the Hedgehog games. But I'm really not great at Sonic, so yeah, that ladder, we'll be seeing that later. It really has nothing for us now. I do believe that has something to do with how to find the crystal, but also I did forget to mention we have some ice here for some weird reason. As far as I know, Jupiter's more of an electronic, like a lightning, electric based Robot Master. Wow, I was right there too. Well, that's what, ice will do that to you. It'll throw you off thinking, okay, I'm going forward on the ice, the forward momentum will translate into a jump. So, and then it won't. So, if you're not careful, ice can also mess up your jumping abilities. One of the main reasons I kind of want to do the Sonic games, but just like the traditional, numbered ones, like, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and 4. I have those on a list of games that I need to, but, A, I'm not really good at it, B, Clementard has been doing Sonic games, and while he already did the first ones, I still feel like a little bit like I'd be ripping him off, and I don't want to rip off too many other people. I mean, that's the main reason I'm not doing every single Mega Man game, because he's basically been doing that. He's done all of the, not all of the original type, he didn't do all the Game Boy ones, he only did 5. I'm just doing the Mega Man games that I really, really like to play. Oh, I do have an energy tank. Well, if things go wrong, I might have to use that if I, get too hurt on the way to Jupiter. I was taking a risk by sliding there. I normally get unlucky at those types of junctures, rather. Yeah, I'm going to use it. I don't want to die before I get to the boss now. If it really comes down to it, I can buy more energy tanks later. And since since we're at full health and we have the boss's weakness, we really don't need the energy tank. Jupiter can do a lot of damage to you with his lightning bolts. He mainly hovers above the screen, which is why Bubble Bomb is his weakness. Because that's really all you can hit him with. Unless you're good at jump shots or whatever. But yeah, that lightning can do a lot of damage to you. So, using Bubble Bomb is not a bad idea. Just, at the very least, to get the battle over and done with. And you normally do have significantly less health in the Game Boy games because of, at least it seems like you do. I don't know if there really is less health on there, but they basically had to set it up that way on the screen, due to, screen size issues. That's the main reason why in, like, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, while other games like A Link to the Past was like the standard at that point, and it had a max of 20 heart containers. Well, in Link's Awakening you can only get 14 because of the way the screen was set up. But for our trouble, we get Thunderbolt. Is it called Thunderbolt? What does it say? Oh, Electric Shock. I was way off. It's basically a short-range weapon. I know we don't have enough to do what we need to do at Light's lab. But yeah, it's basically like a small small lightning bolt, short-range thing, but it does do a lot of damage. So while we still have a few minutes here, I'm going to go ahead and go to Saturn's level. Now, I probably should have gone that way. Now, like Jupiter's level, there are areas in Saturn's level that have, they're, messing around with the gravity. Here, though, you have basically half G and 2G areas, which will either decrease the amount of gravity in the area and make you jump higher, or if you're in the double gravity areas, you won't be able to jump as high. So, be sure you know what kind of a gravity zone you're in, and time your jumps accordingly. Also, you have situations like this, where areas around the pits are not affected by the gravity. So you gotta make sure that, get over those the best you can. Otherwise, you're, I mean, they make it easy enough so that you can actually, do it. I mean, there aren't any areas where it's going to be, where the gravity is going to actually prevent you from doing so. Also, those little floating around guys, they will shoot off a flashing strobe light thing, which will basically slow down time and slow down your jumping. Kind of like whenever you get hit by the bees, and that slows down time. And I did that jump way wrong. But hey, we're at the halfway point, and that seems, as good as any of a place to stop for now. So when we come back, we will finish off Saturn's level, and maybe we'll start on the next Robot Master in the sequence. But I'm not going to tell you who that is right now. You'll just have to wait and see. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?